Video by Shonen Void, the truth behind Sukuna's fingers.
Is one of the most terrifying villains in Jujutsu Kaisen. Even after his death, his power was so overwhelming that he couldn't
Sukuna had the potential to be even better written than like Makima from Chainsaw Man, but Akutami kinda lost the plot with Sukuna near the ending.
be destroyed. Instead, it was sealed into 20 fingers and scattered across Japan so no one could ever gather them easily. But here's the real mystery. Who actually created Sukuna's fingers and why weren't they destroyed? Before we answer that, we need to go back all the way to the beginning. Sukuna wasn't born special like Gojo, who had the 6 eyes. He wasn't chosen or blessed at birth. He was
Well, technically, okay, at birth, no, but technically, he was stated in the manga to have the perfect body for Jujutsu. He has 4 arms, and he has like a stomach where he can chant and buff his cursed energy and cursed technique through chanting and all of that, so Sukuna is blessed.
just human. But what made Sukuna different was his mindset. Through pure training,
Oh yeah, 100%. Sukuna had like one of the best mindsets to become the strongest in the verse.
battle experience, and insane control over cursed energy, he pushed himself beyond human limits and became the strongest sorcerer of the Heian era, the golden age of Jujutsu. And once he reached the top, he didn't stop. Sukuna believed only the strongest deserved to exist. So what did he do? He started killing everyone who stood in his way. Sorcerers, clans,
Sukuna literally told Jogo that if he had just stopped caring about everything and he just burnt everything down until he reached the heights of Satoru Gojo, that he essentially would have been like stronger, or at the very, or maybe even Sukuna and Gojo level.
anyone. This wasn't just power, this was pure domination. At some point, Sukuna stopped being human altogether. He became something else, a curse-like existence with 4 arms and 2 faces. There's no official explanation for this transformation, but the name Ryomen Sukuna literally means two-faced.
Sukuna's literally blessed because he can do a domain expansion and he still can chant with his stomach, and he still has 2 extra hands free. One, he can use Kamutoke, this lightning thing that Yorozu gave him, and he can still like punch people with his last open hand.
Demon, which suggests he was always abnormal, even from the beginning, and that's how he earned the title, the King of Curses. But even a monster like Sukuna couldn't go unchecked forever. The strongest sorcerers of that era came together.
I'm gonna be honest, if Gojo fought Heian era Sukuna, or, true form Sukuna, Gojo would have won. The only reason he lost was because Meguna had access to Maharaga, which gave Sukuna the world-cutting slash.
An entire group of allied fighters, and after an intense battle, they actually managed to kill him. But here's where things get crazy. Even in death, Sukuna still couldn't be destroyed. His curse energy was too powerful, too dense, and it was too unnatural. So instead of
I'd argue pre-modulo, the strongest character in Jujutsu Kaisen isn't true form Sukuna, Heian era Sukuna, or Gojo Satoru. It's Meguna, because Meguna is just Sukuna with Maharaga, and Sukuna has immense battle IQ and intelligence. So Meguna is the strongest character in Jujutsu Kaisen pre-modulo.
disappearing, his power remained in the physical world, and that's when his body transformed into 20 indestructible fingers, each finger containing a fragment of his soul and power. Now here's the most important question. Who created these fingers? The answer is
Kenjaku, I'm pretty sure, or Sukuna learned how to do it himself.
no one. Sukuna most likely created them himself. Think about it. Sukuna was a genius when it came to cursed energy. If anyone could turn their own body into cursed objects, it would be him. This means before his death, Sukuna probably planned everything. He split his power into 20 parts and sealed them into his fingers so that one day he could return. And we actually see proof of this idea later. When Sukuna takes control of Yuji's body, he rips off one of Yuji's fingers and feeds it to Megumi. Why? To turn Megumi into his next vessel. This shows that Sukuna understands exactly how cursed objects and vessels work. Now, some fans believe that Kenjaku created Sukuna's fingers. After all, Kenjaku is known for creating cursed objects and manipulating vessels. But there's one big problem with that theory. There is no confirmation that Kenjaku ever even met Sukuna. So, as of now, the most logical answer is that Sukuna himself created the
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it was either of them because both of them are extremely smart and have a lot of knowledge on jujutsu.
fingers. But then comes another question. If the fingers are so dangerous, why didn't the Jujutsu High just destroy them? Because they can't. Sukuna's fingers are completely indestructible. No matter what technique is used, they cannot be destroyed. Why? Because they are not just objects, they're fragments of Sukuna himself. So instead of destroying them, Jujutsu High collects and seals them in secure locations. But even that isn't safe because these fingers act like cursed magnets. They attract powerful curses, which is exactly why Yuji's life changed the moment he came into contact with one. Now, here's the final and most dangerous solution. There is only one way to truly get rid of Sukuna's fingers. Feed all 20 fingers into a single vessel. Let Sukuna fully reincarnate and then exorcise him completely. But that's a huge risk. If Sukuna regains all his power, then no one can stop him. And that's why
I mean, why not just like execute Yuji when he only has eaten like 15 or 10 fingers? That would make more sense because Sukuna with only like 5 or 10 fingers is not that strong. Even Yuta can defeat him.
exactly Jujutsu High made
Heck, even Kashimo can defeat 10 fingers Sukuna.
a brutal decision. They wanted to execute Yuji Itadori not because he was evil, but because he was the only
Low-key, even Maki, even Shinjuku Maki could probably defeat 10 finger Sukuna.
one who could bring Sukuna back and possibly end him forever. So in the end, Sukuna didn't just survive death, he outplayed it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe and watch this video to find out what if Yuji never ate.
Yeah, so it seems like, I guess since we don't know if Kenjaku and Sukuna did meet during the time Sukuna became a cursed object, yeah, I'll lean towards Sukuna being the one who turned himself into a cursed object. It really could be either of them, but we have no confirmation that Kenjaku did anything, so it does make more sense to just assume Sukuna did it. Yeah.